President Trump will meet with Japan's Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba today. Ishiba is the second foreign leader to visit Washington this week. Their meeting is expected to focus on the alliance between the U.S., Japan, and other Asian nations. Weijia Jiang joins us now from the White House with more on this. Weijia, what might we expect out of the president's conversation with the Prime Minister? And certainly we would assume that China will be in the room discussion-wise at the very least.
Absolutely, Errol. China is certainly one of the many areas that these two countries have in common, especially as it relates to how to combat its increasing aggression. And so I think the difference here, Errol, while Trump and former President Biden have a lot of the same policy goals as it relates to this specific region, the approach is different. I think Japan's prime minister wants to be able to massage those conversations with the president here to ensure that he views the allyships with not only Japan but other countries in the region, Australia, India, so they can continue the work that was done under the previous administration. But we also know that President Trump, of course, is very different when it relates to building these relationships. And I think one big topic of concern will be the bilateral trade agreements between these two countries. We've already seen the president threaten and almost impose tariffs on our North American allies, Mexico and Canada. So I think Japan will want some kind of reassurances that there is not going to be a tariff trade war in the coming weeks or months.
And also, Weijia, New York Attorney General Letitia James and at least a dozen other state attorneys general plan to file a lawsuit against the Trump administration, specifically over DOGE. What exactly are they arguing?
Specifically over DOGE's access to sensitive information, Errol. They are very concerned about the way in which Elon Musk's team has been able to get a hold of, files that are typically very private that have to do with federal workers and their information. So James did send out a lengthy press release. In it, she said, the president does not have the power to give away our private information to anyone he chooses, and he cannot cut federal payments approved by Congress. And so there are, of course, a host of issues. She goes on to say the level of access for unauthorized individuals is unlawful, unprecedented, and unacceptable. And Errol, this is just one of many different legal challenges that the Trump administration faces for his executive orders and for their policy proposals. And so we should expect a lot of, court analysis in the coming weeks and perhaps even years, Errol, as they go to court over many of Trump's ideas.
Yeah, we're going to jump into more of that right now. Weijia Jiang, thanks very much. Enjoy your weekend.